This is a practice for spinal energy. So working on different sections of the spine. So I will guide you into which area of the spine to focus on through this series of movements. As always, we tune in to start the Kundalini Yoga practice to energetically open the space, and we tune in at the end to close it. There is a root lock that I'll explain to you now that will be used throughout this spinal series. So the root lock is a gentle gathering and lifting up of the center of the body to encourage the energy to rise rather than to leave the body. And there is the root lock, which is anus, sex organs, navel to spine. So it's a gentle gathering and lifting up. It's not super strong, it's a subtle. It shouldn't be too much effort, it's just a subtle gathering and lifting. And then the other area where we're doing the lock is we lift the chest, tuck the chin a little. And this is to compress the energy down. So the energy is contained within the spine, within the energetic channel. So we're going to start by doing spinal flex, and I'm doing the very shortest amount of time for this practice. So you'll have a 1 minute practice and then 1 minute rest, and then a practice and a rest. Each practice is followed by an equal amount of rest, and at the end there is a Shavasana, lying down rest. That's an important part, so don't miss that. If you want to increase the times of these practices, that will be in the accompanying handout that comes with this, and it'll show you how you can increase the time that you want to do this. So this practice is your shortest version. So bring the hands together, rub the hands together, bring the thumbs to the sternum, sit up tall, push into the palms, close the eyes, take a deep breath in, and we're going to chant Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo 3 times. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Take a deep breath in. Suspend the breath. I'd like you now to activate your root lock. So gently pull up through the anus, sex organs, and the navel to the spine. Lift the chest and tuck the chin. And then exhale. So we're going to start with the first spinal flex. We're going to be doing this for a minute. Just set the timer. The hands will be on the shins towards the ankles. Relax the shoulders, sit up tall. And in this movement, the head is not rocking around. We're moving the pelvis and the spine is moving, and the focus is on the very lower aspect of the spine. So taking a breath in. As we breathe in, we push the pelvis forward, lift the chest. As we breathe out, we lower the chest and tuck the pelvis under. So the back is rounded on the exhale and concave on the inhale. And the eyes are closed, and you can think of the mantra Sat when you breathe in and Nam when you breathe out, so it's silent. So get ready to start. Inhale, exhale. So inhale, lifting the chest, tipping the pelvis forward. Exhale, pelvis under, lowering the chest. Inhale, exhale. And there's a rhythm to it. We're here for 1 minute. Eyes are closed, focusing on the brow point. And you're mentally vibrating the mantra inside your body. Then come to center and relax. Relax your hands. Keep your eyes closed. And you're sitting here for 1 minute. Feeling into the pelvis connecting to the ground and noticing your breath. Keep your mind focused on your breath. Try not to let it wander aimlessly around. And then gently open your eyes. Now we're going to sit on our heels. So just sitting the pelvis down onto the heels. If it helps, have a cushion between the base of your pelvis and your heels. Takes the strain out of the knees. We're going to do the same movement. Hands are on the thighs. And we're doing the same rocking movement. You inhale, lift and push the pelvis forward, lift the chest. Exhale, take the pelvis back and lower the chest. Movement is initiated by the movement of the pelvis. And we're working on the spine, the vertebrae, each separate vertebrae, and the fluid running through the spine and around the brain. So ready to go, eyes are closed, and start. Inhaling, pushing the pelvis forward, lifting the chest, head stays level. Exhale, tip the pelvis under and lower the chest. And you can feel you have more range of movement now in this kneeling position instead of in this seated position. So you can feel this more in the spine that's around the waist level in the back. And again, you can inhale silently, feeling the vibration of Sat inside your body and silently feeling the Nam vibrating. So it's as if you're saying it, but silently inside. Eyes are at the brow point and closed. And then come to the center. Relax. Relax your hands and shoulders, relax your breath, and you're sitting for 1 minute. Keep your mind on your breath. You're going to sit cross-legged again. Have the fingertips on the front of the shoulder and the thumb behind. Roll the shoulders down and have the elbows at shoulder height, open across the chest. You're going to inhale and turn to the left and exhale and turn to the right. There won't be a huge amount of movement. You're all moving from the rib cage here, and the head stays central and just follows the body. And you will feel like a twisting in the mid-spine. So getting ready and start. Be here for 1 minute. Inhale left, exhale right. Don't force it. Keep the elbows open wide, keep them at shoulder height. You're moving the rib cage from left to right. You can feel the spine, the mid-spine and thoracic spine being twisted. Keep the head level, chest lifted, sitting up tall. And keep going. And then come to center, lower your arms, keep your eyes closed and relax the body. And we're sitting here for 1 minute relaxing. Keep your focus on your breath. Try not to let your mind wander. The breath steady, smooth, silent, and even in, even out. And then opening your eyes, moving on to the next movement, we're going to use a mudra. So that's what you do with your hands. And you're placing the right palm towards the heart and the back of the left hand towards the heart. Now hook the fingers, so you've got like this grip going on. So back of the left hand faces the heart, front of the right hand faces outwards away. Keep your mudra at your heart height, and you're going to inhale and move the elbows like a seesaw motion with the breath. Not too fast, and you're not swinging the body. You're keeping the body steady, and you'll feel like a twisting going on in the upper spine. And we're going to be doing this for 1 minute. Get ready to go. Eyes are closed. Lifting and lowering alternate elbows. Keeping it at heart height. And you're feeling that slight twisting in the upper spine. Inhaling, exhaling, not too fast. Keep the movement graceful and controlled. You want to feel a little pull on the fingers that are hooked into each other, putting a little bit of tension there, keeping the hands at heart height, just away from the body. Keep going. Keep the elbows now in front of you. Take a deep breath in and exhale and pull the grip as tight as you can. And then inhale, release. And now we're going to rest in the seated position for 1 minute. So closing your eyes, focusing back on your breath, maybe starting to slow your breath down. The movement might have speeded your breath up. So slow your breath down. Keep your mind on your breath. Try not to let it wander. And then opening your eyes, you come into a different type of spinal flex. Place your hands on your knees. You're sitting cross-legged. Keep your elbows straight. And now you're working on the upper part of the spine. So you inhale, push the pelvis and the chest forward. Exhale, round down. Forward, down. Inhale up, exhale down. So you're moving the pelvis. It's not that much movement, but you can really feel it in the upper back as you're taking the spine into flexion and extension. Try not to throw the head around. You want to keep the head relatively level. Breathing in as you lift up, exhaling as you lower down. And again, we're here for 1 minute. And then relax. Relax the arms. Stay seated, close your eyes, return to your normal breath. And we're relaxing for a minute. If you're tempted to skip the relaxation in between, please don't. These moments of stillness in between the movements that create energy give the opportunity for time for the body to work with, integrate, absorb, move around the energy that you've stimulated. So often feeling like we're doing nothing can be a challenge, but just know that there's a lot going on in that stillness. Placing the hands on the knees again, staying cross-legged. You're going to inhale and lift the shoulders up to the ears and then drop them. So there's no moving down. You lift them up with the energy of your muscles and then just drop them down with the exhale. And we're going to start. Get ready and go. We're here for a minute. Inhale up, drop down with the exhale. Make sure you're sitting up tall, your chest is lifted. And you're going to take a deep inhale. Raise the shoulders up as high as you can and hold for 15 seconds. And relax. Exhale, relax the shoulders. I'm going to move on to neck rolls. Make sure that you've got no neck injuries or neck problems before you start doing this. Make the movement very small and controlled and see how you get on. If it doesn't feel right for you, don't do it. So I'm going to start with the chin towards the chest. I'm going to go towards the right clockwise. Make sure you keep your neck quite long and your chest lifted. If you feel some crunching sounds, that is the body clearing sort of calcification. And as long as there's no pain, no dizziness, you're okay to continue. But make sure you double check with a medical provider if you have any neck injuries, if this is okay for you to do. So get ready. We're going to be here for 1 minute, slowly moving the neck. So start with the chest lifted strongly, hands are on the knees, and we're moving towards the right. You can Exhale as the chin goes down, and inhale as you're lifting your head round to the back. And coming to center, and then start going the other way. So we've got a minute going the other way. Taking it over to the left, anti-clockwise. Eyes are closed. Breath is steady. Sit up tall. Head to center. Take a breath in and a breath out. Now we're going to do the same grip, the pulling grip we had at the heart center, but we're going to move it to the throat and to the crown and alternate. So have the hand facing the front of the body, the palm to the front of the body, and turn your left palm away and place it behind the right. Now make a hook with your fingers and pull, and you're bringing that to throat height. Okay, so inhale, suspend your breath, hold for 10 seconds, pull slightly into the hands, and now you're going to apply that root lock. So you're thinking of gathering yourself together and up from the base. So think anus, sex organs, navel to the spine. Remember, it's subtle. Doesn't need too much energy to do it. And get ready to start. So you've got your grasp, pull slightly into the hands, have the mudra at your throat level, elbows at shoulder height. You've taken a breath in and you're holding your breath for 10 seconds and you're gathering your root lock inwards and upwards. Now exhale fully, keep the hands where they are. And then suspend the breath out and hold the root lock 10 seconds. Then raise the hands above the top of the crown of the head and inhale. Suspend the breath and apply the root lock, a gentle pull on the hands. The root lock, you're pulling inwards and upwards. Keep the hands over your head and exhale. Exhale, fully empty. Now apply the root lock. Move the hands back to the throat and inhale. Suspend the breath. Apply the root lock. Exhale. Hold the breath out, 10 seconds. Apply your root lock. Raise the hands over the crown. Inhale deeply, hold the breath. Apply your root lock. Exhale fully and apply the root. Don't breathe in. Move the hands to the throat. Inhale. Hold for 10. Apply your root. Lock. Exhale deeply. Hold the breath out for 10 seconds and draw upwards and inwards with the root. Raise the hands over the head. Inhale deeply. Suspend your breath and apply your root lock. Exhale, keep the hands over the head. Exhale fully. Apply the root lock. And relax. And then we're going to sit back on the heels to do Sat Kriya. So I'll show you the mudra that we're going to use for Sat Kriya. You have the hands upwards, palms together, and the arms are at ear level, arms are straight. But this is the mudra. You want to have the first two fingers staying pointed and the other fingers interlaced, and you want your left thumb over your right thumb. And then you extend upwards, so you're pointing those two fingers up to the sky, but they stay together. Eyes are closed, and you're going to be saying out loud the mantra Sat Nam. And as you say Sat, you're scooping up, and as you say Nam, you release the belly. You get into a rhythm. So you're sitting on your heels, into the mudra, point upwards, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. So you'll feel a pumping on the belly. So we're going to be here for only 1 minute. Get ready to start. Let's go. Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Eyes are closed. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. And you might notice that the root lock is automatically happening on the exhale when you say Sat. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Keep the arms back by the ears. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Arms are straight, no bend in the elbows. Palms are together. Sat Nam, 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 Sat Nam. I'd like you to take a very deep breath. Keep the hands reaching upwards in the same mudra and apply your root lock. So you're squeezing the energy from the base of the spine all the way up to the top of the skull. And when you need to, you're going to exhale fully, hold the breath out and apply the root lock. And lift the chest and tuck the chin. So you've got the energy contained within your body and you're pulling it from the lower spine up into the top of the skull. And then you're going to exhale and relax. Now you're coming into a deep relaxation, so you're lying down in Shavasana. I'd like you to be warm. So you're lying on your back on the floor, legs a little wider than hip width, feet out, back of the hands on the ground, slightly away from the body, eyes closed. And you're going to relax for up to 5 minutes. This is a very important part of the practice. Please don't skip it. So come to lying on the floor. So imagine you've had your minimum 5 minute Shavasana. And we're going to end the practice by sitting back in easy pose, hands at the chest center, thumbs into the sternum, chest is lifted, and we're going to close with 3 long Sat Nam. So taking a deep breath in. Sat Nam. Breathe in. Sat Nam. And again. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. And if you like, you're going to bring your forehead down to the floor, bowing to yourself, bowing to your practice, bringing your head lower than your heart, reminding yourself to lead from your heart rather than the dominance of your mind. So this is a spinal series to move this cerebrospinal fluid through the spine, and also to move the energy through the energy centers associated with the nerve plexus and organs along the spine. This is to keep your clarity, and it's a wonderful preparation for meditation, this practice, but it's also great for just clearing your mind, centering yourself, feeling very grounded. You're working with the root chakra and increasing the energy in your body. So it increases your vitality, your concentration, your ability to pick up information from your environment. The cerebrospinal fluid is a very interesting fluid, not just from a biological viewpoint, but also from an energetic viewpoint.